everybody, and welcome back to another lesson by NovaPans Handpans. This is lesson number 12. Now, we spent 12 lessons, plenty of time teaching you our conventional device system for what we call simplified handpan notation, where we've been using the ding in the middle, the second note at the bottom here, the third note on the first line, fourth, fifth, percussive slap there, sixth note, seventh, eighth and ninth, like that. And the logic was always that when you looked at your handpan, this was where the notes were actually located. So as you know, your middle note, the ding, is on the middle line, and then all your other notes, as you go up the scale, are from the bottom of the staves to the top. So it was always pointed out that everything on the staves here was in order of pitch and the way you saw them, with the exception of the ding. That's why in the very first video we made a point of it being circled, and I've often told you that it doesn't actually fit in there very well because it's not the right pitch. It's not there in relation to pitch. So what we should do by now, I mean, we've done so many lessons, we might as well do this, is bring the ding, which has been here for so long, and stick it down here. Now I'm thinking of sticking it here as a note, what would typically be called the B note. Now, I've not been labeling any of the notes by their technical names this whole time, but now I feel it's a good time to start transitioning us into the world of traditional music notation. Okay, and that's the only change we're going to make. All the others are still the same notes. Okay, they're all in their specific positions which we defined earlier on, and they're still in the positions based on what they look like on the handpan. But of course, what we're doing now is we're moving the ding note, which has forever been in the middle, down to the bottom. Now, hopefully this doesn't knock you off too much, but it should get you in a much better habit now of interpreting the staves and the notes, so that the lower they are, the lower they are on the staves, the lower they actually sound. So let me just draw the scale as it would look. So maybe I should just tell you first, this is a B on the treble clef. I mentioned different clefs mean that on each line the notes are different. In treble clef, which we're always going to be using, this is a B. And all that's going on here is we've added a line, okay? So the note which would be above that line in the space is actually the note we already know, the second note of the handpan, okay? And then of course we've got the third note, fourth note, fifth note. Let's show you the percussive slap. We're going to stick that there. Sixth note, seventh, eighth, and with some more space, 9. So this is just some standard procedure to try to get used to now associating what was originally the middle line with the note over here, otherwise known as a B. What am I going to do with the middle line? I don't know just yet. We might keep it for the sake of helping people with knowing or remembering where the ding is visually. But if you don't see it there and you see it down here, this is also a ding. So increasingly over time, we're going to just be using mostly the lower note here. So if I give you an example, yeah, I'll keep that at the top. So we've always used the ding as a practice exercise in actually pretty much all of our videos. But now we're going to try to do it with the lower note. So these are all crotchets. Okay, sorry if stem looks different on the second one there. They're all the same length. And we're going to draw the repeat marks as usual. These repeat marks don't have to, well, they shouldn't go too far like that. This time I've drawn enough space for me to draw the repeat marks. And now we're just playing, these are literally no different to what they would be on the middle line, but this time we're sticking them down there. And you play those with me. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the beats, and we're going to do it right, left, right, left. Although if you're left-handed, you can switch those around. So with the tempo of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and repeat 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's pretty straightforward because I'm just telling you to play one note. But now let's stick these. Let's stick our new ding positions in context with some other notes, and we might even have time to make a more complicated version as well. So let's draw the clef, treble clef, 4/4. Let's stick some quavers in here. That's a 9/8, 9/8, and then we're going to draw a crotchet of the ding. 9/8, 9/8. Let's make this as fun as we can. 5, and then let's do 2 3s at the end. Okay. By this time, this shouldn't really be much of a challenge to most people. If you are jumping into this lesson and these rhythms are completely new to you, then I strongly advise going back to the beginning. I think it was lesson 2 we covered quavers, these rhythms, and lesson 1 for the notes themselves. But let's try this. So it's 9/8 ding, right? 9/8 1 5 3 3. So tempo 1 and 2 and 9/8 ding. 5 3 5 is over here. 9/8 1 5 3 3. Okay, and then we would repeat that. 9/8 9/8 9/8 1 5 3 3 9/8 1 5 3 3 9/8 1 5 3 3 1 and 2 3 4 and 1 and 2 3 4 and. Okay, so the first time I was counting the actual note names, the second time I was actually counting the beats. Second time would have been this 1 and 2 3 4 and the first time I was counting was 9/8, although you shouldn't really need me to write this down now, but I will. 9/8 5 3 3. Okay, so the only point of this lesson really is to get you used to associating this note down here, which is a line above a normal crotchet, below all the other lines, with the ding. Okay, so if you see this on the practice material, we're asking you to play the ding. Alright, just as usual, there's no other special rules. You're just being asked to associate that with the ding. And the point of that in time, as I mentioned, is that when you do get to other sheet music, which you want to learn on the handpan, you'll understand immediately that the lower the notes are, the lower they are sounding on the handpan. Now, you're going to come across this challenge of wanting to know which notes on other sheet music, which we don't write, assigned to which notes on your handpan. And that all comes down to pitch. And this all relies on the actual scale of your handpan. And a little more research will be needed to be actually taken in to know how to use your handpan to play other people's sheet music, which we can help with, but a lot of that will be on an individual basis. So the best thing you can do right now is understand that the lower the note is, the lower it is sounding in pitch, And from now on, we're going to assign this note to the ding. And that's it for lesson 12. We'll see you in lesson 13, where we're going to cover dotted rhythms, and eventually we'll talk about how you can actually learn to play your handpan with other people's music.